Hi, I'm Carmen Chammas. I'm your astrologer. Today I will talk about Monday, the 15th of June. Today the moon is in Gemini and there's a new moon in Gemini. It will take place at 6 a.m. Beirut time, which is 3 a.m. Universal time. So basically this moon in Gemini, it will stay actually in Gemini till 12:15 noon, which is universal time, okay, universal time. After that, the moon moves to Cancer. So basically, this day is kind of divided into two parts. In the morning, before noon, it should be great for the earth, for the air signs. In the afternoon, in the evening, it should be great for the water signs. And the second place, we have the fire signs and we have the earth signs. They can both have some good times. Okay, so please listen and watch the video for the details. Let's start. Aries, today is kind of a tricky day. Maybe you need to wake up early to catch the effects of the moon in Gemini, the new moon in Gemini. So basically you have till noon, universal time, to get things done. After that, the moon will be squaring your sign from the sign Cancer. And this maybe it's a fine day. Actually, it will still be okay. However, you may not feel things are that open or that easy or that smooth, but nevertheless you can still get things done. You have a trine from Venus if you were born in the month of March. Taurus, this is a fine day. It doesn't matter whether the moon is in Gemini or in Cancer, you can still get things done. I think you would enjoy this beautiful day. It is quite effective and quite productive, and you have nothing to worry about. You may be a little bit more active and proactive and kind with stronger and faster reflexes with the moon in Cancer. However, with Mars in your sign, you definitely need to be more cautious. If you were born on the 11th, 12th of May, please be careful. Mars may attract trouble. Gemini, this is a beautiful day, whether the moon is in Gemini, your sign, or in Cancer. However, of course, the bulk, of the good vibes are before noon. So with the new moon also in your sign, which takes place once every year, there seems to be some kind of like a beautiful kind of help, of support, of upliftment, of empowerment to Geminis, all of you. And I think there is something that should come true, something that you're working on, like a dream come true, a wish come true, something that may take place very soon. Okay, maybe you change your mind, maybe something you want to work on, develop, create, and it will come true. It's once a year that such thing happen, and it will come true to almost all. It will be helpful, for all Geminis, not only those born on this day. Let's move now to Cancer. Cancer, this can be a tricky day, but if you know how to handle time, if you know how to maneuver around the time traps, I think you will be okay. So basically, the moon in Gemini makes your time quite useless, ineffective, and quite frustrating. And this will stay, the moon in Gemini, it will stay in Gemini actually till 12:15 universal time. So basically, this period of time is useless and it's empty. Everything goes on hold, nothing works, everything seems to be wrong. You don't get the effort that you need, you feel frustrated, or maybe nothing happens, but maybe you forget things, you may cheated on, you got cheated on something. Everything changes 180 degrees to your favor as soon as the moon reaches your sign, and that will be at 12:15 noon universal time. With the moon in your sign, there is a new you, definitely total difference. Whatever was on hold during the morning, everything will change, everything will start moving. That's why you should not make any important moves, decisions before the moon reaches your sign. Your mood changes positively, things will start moving, you get answers, you see things as they are, you're not sleepy anymore, you're not frustrated anymore, you may even change your mind and feel you may blame yourself for some negative thoughts or even decisions. So prepare yourself, prepare your schedule, Everything important should starting 12:15 noon time. Okay, with Jupiter in your sign, you can be quite lucky if you were born on the 20th, 21st of July. Let's move now to Leo. So Leo, this day is divided into two parts. With the moon in Gemini, you get the best part, you get the best results. You have till 12:15 noon universal time. After that, everything stays on hold. Everything gets on hold. Nothing moves. Everything seems to get to be lazy, inefficient, unhelpful, useless. Even your efforts, the good efforts that you put, may go unnoticed and unappreciated. So please try to get things done before 12:15 noon universal time. After that, you can actually make the best of this frustrating kind of time, doing routine stuff, easy stuff, and stay away from trouble. This is my advice to you. Moving now to Virgo. Virgo, this Monday is divided into parts. The first part is a little bit more heavier, let's say, than the second part. The first part is till 12:15 noon universal time. That's when the moon is actually in Gemini, squaring your sign with a new moon, which takes place once a year. And actually, it shines, or highlights important things that you have to do during this day and during this week. It can be a very important meeting, a very important decision, something like an exam, something like that. So you have to be careful, you have to be well prepared. Everything starts to get easier, smoother. You feel relaxed, you feel happier, let's say, more at ease. Starting 12:15 universal time, noon time. So this is when the moon is in Cancer. You feel happier. People seem to be to coordinate with you, to collaborate with you, to support you, and that's how the day ends on a happy note. I hope you make the best of decisions, knowing the difference between the before noon and afternoon. Okay, so I wish you the best. Let's move now to Libra. Libra, of course, with the moon in Gemini, with a new moon in Gemini, this is your best bet. This is where you actually should put all your effort and you should go after it. This is when basically everything starts moving and you will be happy with the results. So that will be till 12:15 noon universal time. Okay, so you have to wake up early, get things done. If you're watching me from the States or from the Americas, since early morning, the moon will be in Cancer. So what does it mean when the moon moves to Cancer at 12:15 noon universal time? The moon in Cancer will square your sign. You may feel a little bit cautious, a little bit anxious, maybe because you have something important to do, maybe you have a meeting, or maybe you're expecting an answer. In all cases, this should not be a negative day, knowing that you had some great times, good vibes, happy vibes, lucky vibes, almost all weekend and during the morning, Monday morning. So please make sure that you get things done while the moon is in Gemini, if you can catch the moon, depending where you're living. Everybody can be lucky in the early morning, and I hope you make the best of it. Still, everybody has to be cautious if you were born on the 27th of September or the 6th of October. That's Saturn and Neptune opposing you. Let's move now to Scorpio. Scorpio, it's a fine, okay kind of day. But when the moon moves to Cancer, starting 12:15 noon time, universal time, things get better, things get easier. Everything seems to smile. Everything seems to work out well. People smile, with you. They collaborate with you, they support you, even tiny simple things. Well, I'm just exaggerating the idea, but I think you get it. Of course, the moon in Cancer along with Jupiter in Cancer, definitely you should get great results. The best results maybe you can get during this week is while the moon is in Cancer. I hope you catch this moon. If you follow me on a daily basis, you will know how to get the best of timings, because this is what astrology is. Astrology is about, it's a science of time, you know. So it would be great if you follow the right timing. So in all cases, you will be very lucky today. I think you should have a beautiful day. Everybody can be lucky, especially those born on the 19th, 20th of November. And if you were born on the 11th, 12th of November, and you have to be careful if you were born on the 13th, 14th of November, that's Mars. Okay. Let's move now to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you should, if possible, if you can, avoid everything that has to do with decision making or with interaction, important interaction, or maybe reacting, you know, or precipitating into decisions or actions. That would be these, you know, these important notes should be, you have to stay away from them. Early morning till 12:15 noon universal time. That's when the sun, the moon, new moon, and Uranus are in Gemini opposing your sign. Now, if you're watching me from the Americas, the moon since early morning will be in Cancer, so you will be okay. So that's the tricky time of the day. When the moon moves to Cancer at 12 noon universal time, the moon in Cancer makes things easier for you, Sagittarius. I know it was tough. I know maybe you had trouble, maybe you had problems or disputes or conflicts with loved ones, with people around you, with the moon in Gemini. But now you feel better. Everything is easier, and maybe it's time for you to set the record straight or maybe resolve problems because we are on Monday, the beginning of the week, and you have to move with an easy flow. You don't want to move with a bulk, you know, with a big bag of problems. So I would advise, if you would accept my astrological advice, is to please make things easier for you. You can actually apologize or maybe do something to compensate and things like that in order to have a good productive week. So the moon in Cancer will help you do that. Everybody can try to do that and think you can do it, but still you need to be more careful if you were born on the 16th, 17th of December, and if you were born on the 25th of November. Let's move now to Capricorn. So Capricorn, the moon in Gemini is your best bet. It's actually it's demanding. It needs some good results. It needs good efficiency, and you need to be, you know, on top of your health, which means that you have to be, because it can be kind of exhausting physically and health-wise. When the moon moves to Cancer, starting 12:15 universal time, that's noon, you may feel a little bit anxious. Maybe things get a little bit kind of not that supportive. You know, people are not there when you want. You try to call and call, nobody answers because they're busy, definitely, or something else, not necessarily something against you. So it's that kind of day when we need something and there's nobody to give us an answer. We're left on our own, or maybe the other party is stronger than us. They're trying to get, you know, to win a case, and we're trying our best. So you don't want to put yourself in that corner. So try to wrap things up before noontime, universal time. And after that, dedicate your time to easy routine stuff. No problems. Try to reach home and stay home with no problems. You don't want that. You may be moody, you know, with that moon in Cancer. Let's move now to Aquarius. Aquarius, of course, I like this beautiful day, especially with the effects of the moon, new moon in Gemini. It opens doors to you. Even if you're watching me from the Americas, I think you got a lot of energy from this moon on Sunday, and you still have all this load of or this charge of beautiful energy. So basically, Monday is a fine day for Aquarians, although I prefer if you catch the moon before noon universal time to get things done. After that, with the moon in Cancer, you still need to follow up with your work, and you may feel as if you have lots of things to do. You have to be careful not to overwhelm yourself, not to you know, multitask if you can't handle it. So all you have to do is prioritize and work well, because on Wednesday afternoon, the moon will be opposing your sign. That would be the biggest challenge for you. So try to move, the big loads, during Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning. This is my advice for you. So in all cases, it will be a beautiful day. Let's move now to Pisces. Pisces, the effects of the moon, new moon in Gemini before noon on Monday. That's noon time, universal time. They can be, these effects can be a little bit stressing, or stressful. You may feel a little bit anxious. I think you felt this on Sunday, the 14th, but I think it's okay. Maybe you're worried about something, but maybe for a good reason, like you're relocating, you're moving, you're expecting something, you're doing something at home, or happy for something to be, for a change or updating something. In all cases, when the moon moves to Cancer starting 12:15 noon universal time, you will feel happier, you will feel more at ease, you will feel more confident, things get easier, smoother, and straightforward, moving straightforward. You seem to have fun, you seem to be more relaxed, and definitely good results, good efficiency, and good productivity will follow. This is how Monday will go. I hope you make the right decision for the right timing. With Jupiter in trine with your sign, you can be quite lucky if you were born on the 18th, 19th of March. Okay, excuse me. This is my cat. This is Mona. Let's wrap it up with born on the 15th of June. So basically, this should be a very important year because this year has, it's stamped, with the, excuse me, this is Mona, my cat. She's calling her kittens. Okay. So basically, this year is stamped, highlighted with a new moon, a new moon in Gemini. This new moon happens only once a year, and it doesn't is not attached to you on your birthday every birthday. So this is a special kind of birthday. It's a special kind of a year. You should celebrate it. This is a new you. This is it can be a complete new you, whether it's a career line, whether it's social life, your personal life, health wise, something different will change in you, in kind of in the way of decision making, in the way you look, the way you handle people, the way you talk to people. Everything changes. And of course, during our life, we always, with the time moving forward, we are changing positively. We should not go back. We should do our best to get better. So basically, this is a year that opens a big gate, not a door. It's a big gate. I hope that you can make the best of it regarding decisions, regarding things that you should resolve, regarding your health, mental health, physical health, also your career-wise, your choices, your relation with people, with your family, with your kids, because believe it or not, the people who stay with us, the most trusted people are those the closest to us, which probably are the father and the mother in general. So basic in all cases, this is a great year. It's up to you. You decide what you want to do. You can get married. If you're not happy, you can get divorced. You can have kids. You can buy a house, but you have to be careful with your decision making. It doesn't mean that you can choose anything you want and say, Carmen said it's going to be beautiful. Let's go and pay so much money, spend that much money, and then that would be your own wrongdoing, not mine. So, you should know how to be wise about that. Wishing you all the best. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.